In this video, we're going to use the method of proportions to convert these fractions to percents. And so we'll talk about how 3/8, 4/7, 5 1/6 can become a percentage. Now, percent means out of 100. So each of these fractions we will set equal to some number over 100. In doing that, once we find x by using cross products and solving, then we will know the percent. And so I'm going to multiply 100 times 3, and I get 300. And then I'm going to multiply 8 times x, and I get 8x. From there, I'm going to solve by dividing both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 8. And with this type of solving, we will be using a calculator. So 300 divided by 8 on the calculator. I'm going to use Desmos, 300 divided by 8, and we get 37.5. 37.5. Now that is 37.5 out of 100, and so this 37.5 converts to 37.5%. 4/7, we're going to also set that equal to some number over 100. And once we find out that number, we will know the percent. Cross products, 100 times 4 is 400. 7 times x is 7x. Divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 7. X equals, and now I'm going to go to my calculator, 400 divided by 7. 400 divided by 7, and we get a decimal. Now, in this case, as opposed to my last video, you can start to see where the pattern repeats. 57.1428, 57.142, and this isn't a 9, but that's only because the calculator Desmos begins to round. All right, so we're going to say, let's round this to 2 decimal places. And so here's the 4. The 2 is not big enough to bump that 4 up, and so we have the equivalent 57.14. 57.14. And that 57.14 can be rewritten with the percent sign, because that 57.14 is out of 100. Lastly, we will take a look at 5 1/6 and converting that to a percent. Now, one of the tricks that I use is first I take this whole number and fraction and convert it to an improper. And so that involves 5 times 6, that's 30. 30 plus 1 will give me 31/6. That's the fraction that I'm going to set equal to some number over 100 so that I can get my percent. My cross product, 31 times 100 is 3100. Other cross product, 6 times x is 6x. And then from there, I want to divide both sides by the coefficient of x. In this case, it's 6. Jumping over to my calculator, I want to type in 3,100 divided by 6. We get a really long decimal here, but as you can see, we have 0.6 repeating. The 7 is at the end because it is rounding, so we have 516.6 repeating. And we can then take that 516.6 repeating and write a percent sign after it.